Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to start about osmosis and osmotic pressure, which represent a relationship between plants and water. So let's start with the osmosis. Osmosis, as we all know that osmosis is a passive process and happens without any expenditure of energies. So in a osmosis pressure we do not need any type of energies to utilize for this process, and it involves the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So molecules, or you can say the solvent, moves from a higher concentration to the lower concentration. So at the time equilibrium exists, the movement is stopped, so either side of the membrane become equal on either side of the membrane. At that time movement of molecules are going to stop. So that is known as osmosis. So, and we also said that the osmosis is a special types of diffusion of a liquid. It called that the diffusion of a liquid, because when the solvent moves from a semi-permeable membrane from a place of higher diffusion pressure to a place of lower diffusion pressure, so at that time it called as a diffusion of a liquid. So osmosis, as you all know that it discovered by the Abbe Nollet in 1748, and it coined the term also osmosis. The Greek language is osmos. It means that's pushing something or a impulse something. That is known as osmosis in the term of Greek. So as we call the biological system in which the solvent typically which are the waters, but osmosis can occur in liquid also, supercritical liquid, and even in a gaseous state, gaseous molecules in. So in a biological system there is a many type of examples are there for the osmosis process, and this process are going to happen in the plants, animals, and any biological systems. So let's take an example and view this image in which the red dot is a dissolved salt, and the and another one is a water molecules. So in a initial state, first picture that showed that in between the picture there is a semi permeable membrane. Yeah, as you all see that semi permeable membrane are there. So the left hand side of a semi permeable membrane is a high amount of dissolved salt, and the right hand side is a less amount of dissolved salt. That is the initial state, an equal volume of solvent. At that time the osmosis occur, and the final state is said that the solvent is less in the right hand side, and the salt molecules are going to into a left hand side at the higher concentration at the solute particles, that is a salt. So in this picture we can say that the osmosis is the movement of solvent across a semi-permeable membrane toward a higher concentration of solute. So as we see that in the initial state the higher concentration of solute occurs at a left hand side, so the solvent moves towards the left hand side because the solutes has a higher concentration at the left hand side, that is a P1A. And you can also in a final set that the P1B is also is a higher concentration of a solute and solvent both. And this you can say the another example you can take, that is another picture you can see that in which the pink colored dot is a solute molecules in which the higher concentration occur, so the solvent crosses the semi permeable membrane and get the right hand side is a higher amount. So that you can say is a when a cell is submerged in a water, the water molecules pass through the cell membrane from an area of low solute concentration to the high solute concentration. So the solute concentration is very important in this process, because the solvent passes, you can say the movement depend on a solute concentration. When the solute concentration high, add to the solvent move towards the high concentration of solute. So when the membrane has a volume of a pure water on both sides, water molecules pass in and out in each direction at exactly the same rate. When the volume is pure water, when there is a no any solid particles are there, at that time the movement is a rate is a same, the movement rate is a same. So the net flows are zero, and there is a no net flow of water through the membrane at a pure water. When we observe a pure water osmosis, like the movement of a pure water, at that time there is a no net flow of water through the membrane. So we all know that the osmosis process exists, but what are the different types of osmotic solution occur? So there are the different types of osmotic solution present which carried out the osmosis process. So there are the three types of osmotic solution. The first one is a isotonic solution, second one is a hypotonic solution, and the third and last is a hypertonic solution. So we can study the individually of osmotic solution, in which the first one is a isotonic solution, is one that has the same concentration of solute both inside and outside. Yeah, iso it means the same, so same concentration both the side of a cell, it means the isotonic solution. Yeah, the term suggests that iso it means the same concentration of both side of a cell, it means the isotonic solution. And the another one is a hypertonic. Yeah, hypertonic it means the one that has a higher solute concentration outside the cell than the inside. The hyper it means the higher concentration of solute outside, and inside is a less concentration. And hypo it means the inside is a high concentration or outside is a low. Isotonic it means the same concentration both the side. Hyper it means the outside concentration is high. Hypotonic it means the inside. Hypo it means hypo, it inside concentration is higher in a hypotonic solution. So this is the three types of osmotic solution. So next one is a types of osmosis. What are the different types of osmosis carried out? The first, there are two types of osmosis process. The first one is a endoosmosis, and the second one is a exoosmosis. In a endoosmosis, when substance is placed in the hypotonic solution, the solvent moves inside the cell and becomes its turgid. So indo it means that the solution are going to move inside the cell and it becomes the turgid. And the next one is exoosmosis. When substance is placed in the hypotonic solution, the solvent moves outside. Exo it means the outside of a cell, and the cell become the flaccid. So you can say that the endoosmosis is a process in which the solvent moves inside the cell, and exoosmosis in the process is solvent molecules move outside the cell. That means the exo is outside, endo it means the inside the cell. So the another term, that is the osmotic potential. Osmotic potential. So we are study in a last video the osmotic potential, that you can also say that water potential. You can view in a part 2 videos. So osmotic potential, for a osmosis water molecules have to form one region to another region. Water molecules have to, we have to move now one from to another region. Water molecules have to move from one place to another place, okay, another region. So movement of water molecules occurs that represent the potential of water. If the movement of water occurs, the kinetic energy is formed. If the kinetic energy is formed, the potential is formed. So said that the water potential is there. So you can say that distilled water or a pure water have a only a water molecule, so it has a highest potential. So highest potential is a 0. When the other substance dissolved in a pure water, the water molecules have a less potential to move at a time. So that time osmotic potential is a negative. So yeah, you read that sentence in another time. So the substance, if a substance comes inside a distilled water, you can say the dissolve in a distilled water or pure water, the water molecules does not have, you can say that, you cannot say that does not have it, it has a less potential to move. At that time the water potential goes into the negative, because the highest water potential is a 0. So if comes in the low water potential, it becomes a negative. So the osmotic potential of a cell is also known as the water potential. So you all know that the osmotic pressure, yeah, in this last slide we are studying about the osmotic potential. If you know the detail of osmotic potential, please view the second part of our videos, that plant water relationship in a water potential. And next we are going to study about the osmotic pressure, in which the osmotic pressure is the pressure, minimum pressure is the minimum pressure which needs to apply to a solution to prevent interior flow of water across a semi permeable membrane. Or you can also say that the pressure required to the stop osmosis. Yeah, you can see this first video. There is a, yeah, you can see in this video the osmosis pressure is occurred. There is an initial stage. The second diagram, you can say that osmosis is occurred. So to stop that osmosis process, we have to exert a pressure. That pressure is known as the osmotic pressure. You can see that in the third image, the osmotic pressure is exerted and to stopping the osmotic pressure or osmosis process. So the first video and the last image, the first image and the last image is a same, but in the first image and last image does not have a osmosis process, and the middle one, it shows the osmosis process. So now we are going to study about the significance of osmosis in plant. So what are the significance of osmosis in a plant? So first one, you can say that the osmosis process is very important for absorption of water by a plant. Yeah, this is a is important process for absorption of water. So another one, you can also say that the movement of a cell from one place to another place is also important via osmosis. Yeah, and another one, that is the rigidity of plant organ. Yeah, the rigidity of plant organ is maintained by the osmosis process, osmosis, by the osmosis. And you can also say that the shape and the form of organism is also maintained by the osmosis. Leaves become turgid and expand due to their osmotic pressure. Yeah, leaves become sturdy and expand their osmotic pressure. Growing points of a root remain turgid because the osmosis and thus able to penetrate the soil particles. Yeah, growing point, you can say the roots of a plant is become turgid, remain turgid. Why? because it has to penetrate the soil, and that does it by does it becomes by the osmosis process. So we can also say that the resistance of a plant to drought and frost is brought by the osmotic pressure of the cell. And you can also set that the movement of plants and plant parts, for example you can take that the movement of leaflets of Indian telegraph plant, bursting of many fruits, etc., you can say occurs by the osmosis process. So in a opening and closing of stomata is affected by the osmosis process. Yeah. Opening stomata, opening and closing of stomata is also affected by a osmosis. So here we are going to stop this video, and hope you clear the all the doubts and all the points what I have said in this video. And please share and subscribe to our channel if you like these videos. Thank you so much.